welcome to Thursday's daily vlog. A very, very busy day. A funny day because obviously it's taken a lot of working out. Basically, I had every intention of doing reviews, clearing this away and everything else. Then I thought, well look, we'll get stuck into this and we'll start to really get this thing into a shape, and then tomorrow I'll do a load of reviews. So that's actually what I ended up doing, because this has taken a lot longer than I thought. What we've actually done is use Ron's fantastic mask set, as you know, that we did the full thing about, onto this guy. Now it's worked really well. In fact, it's worked a lot better in some areas than I could have ever hoped. Other areas, a little bit tricky. A lot of it is working it out, because when you're doing the mask, obviously you've only got one chance of it here, and like I explained to Ron, probably be a better idea if I had a second sheet. That way you can sort of just realign things up. But generally going through the motions of it, and as you can see down here, hopefully you can see, we have got the mouth on there. Now the ear, to be honest, isn't. The ear is a hybrid that I've cut up. The original, the kit ones are blue as well, so I've cut it as best as I could. Still got to do some fine line work, so that's what I mean. It's a little bit of a hybrid. Also, to be honest, the numbering on the tail, it's just so fine, you couldn't really get in there. It's just torn and moved it apart too much. So what I've actually done is I've used kit ones and aftermarket stuff to go round. So where it's got 232 and BD and the FRAC and all things like that on here, they are all masks. It's literally just the tiniest lettering on there, and then obviously the ones for the ejection type stuff, because again, this should be the red, the Euro 1 scheme. We're doing it's grey. I haven't got those decals, so again, I'm sort of just making a hybrid right the way through. Now I haven't done this side yet, so I've done one side completely to show really how it's done, and what I'm going to do on camera, again, I will do it with everything else. But to be honest, it's just that thing. If it was a straightforward black, it would be really straightforward, very, very easy. I've got no qualms with it at all. But because you've got to put white down, what you actually have to do is put the outer completely. So you put that on, spray everything white, then you mask over it with all the teeth and the tusks and everything else. Then you have to spray black behind it. Then you unmask absolutely everything. So lining everything up, trying to get it all in precise locations, and also getting off the tiniest little masks without damaging the white underneath has proven to be honest, a little bit of a headache. But it is coming together now, so I'm very happy with it. The only thing is, the nose, I'm not sure why. I've got a feeling the kit nose is slightly wrong, because just trying to marry up to what we've got here to what I've got here, I don't know, it's just a slightly different shape. So although my nose is correct, it's not correct. It needs to be adjusted, because obviously for what we put in there, the little radar warning receivers on the nose actually are the nostrils, and it's nowhere near it. So I'm going to have to, again, get in there, I think, paint by hand, just to scoop it around, a bit of freehand, a little bit of artistry in this one, a little bit of whiffery to bring it all to life. So that's what I've been doing, and as I said, it's taken a while to sort it out. Doing normal lettering, piece of cake, just whack that on and away you go. But when you're doing sort of two-tone masking with one mask, it is a little bit tricky. So it takes a little bit of working out and everything else, but we've done the metal work round on the front of the refueling door. We've got that in. We've got the other markings down on there. To be honest, we did a little bit of post shading just underneath, just to break it all up a little bit. And then what we're going to do is, as soon as we've got the other tusk set and everything put on, which I will do tomorrow on camera with you guys before I do everything else, and then we should be able to make our way through with it. And then it should be a straightforward run to the finish line, adding everything in there, and then painting, weathering, doing the weapons, getting them all fitted onto it, and then fading, dirting, griming, everything you can imagine, a little bit of chipping work even, to this great tank, and then we can get it ready for the final reveal. So hopefully by the end of next week we'd have pushed on and we'd been really in there. But I'm very happy how this has come out. In fact, I am absolutely chuffed to a nut, because when I'm working on it, I'm thinking, it's never going to work. It's too complicated, because you've got to overlap twice exactly the same place. But anyway, it has worked and it has gone in there, and I hope you agree. It's looking pretty much the part. And again, once this thing gets weathered in and the rest of it starts to pop to life, we should have no problem with it. I can't wait to get it unmasked and everything else like that to really show this thing off. But earlier, I must admit, I've done all the photo etched doors, all the bits and pieces, and we're going to start doing the internals and everything as soon as this is on, and then we can get in there and weather it and do everything. But this is the problem, because I was working on this and trying to work it out. It's like a day's work. I have no time to do any reviews today, so unfortunately none of that is up with you. Anyway, I will get one done tomorrow, and then we'll get done one for next week. As you know, it's just time is one of those luxuries that there's just not enough of in the world. Anyway, Steve though has been really busy. So this is Steve's first go with his big professional camera. He's using a Canon DSLR to video and everything else like that. Again, it's one of those things, it's a new setup. He's learning how to do it. He's learning how to use the camera in video mode and all the different things there with it. Now, originally he did say you can edit it up, but the thing is, it's like an hour and a half, so that makes it 3 hours work for me to edit it. Then it'll take to go in. It roughly works out about 5 hours in total to try and do it. So what it is, I've left it as a standalone, and you guys can just sit down for an hour and a half and just watch it as a whole. So his is up there now. So it'd be interesting that you haven't seen my paint section. That's going to be up tomorrow. So you can see his tonight and you'll see how he did his. And then tomorrow you can see how I did mine as well, for members anyway. And you'll be able to work your way through it. So Steve's review stroke paint job stroke everything, as you can imagine. He's sort of all calculating all in one about using his camera and spraying his A10. But it's great because he's done his with pre-shading. I did mine just over black. And you can see the differences as well. We use the same color as paint, and that's what I'm saying. If you're using black, it's very hard to get your original colours coming back as well because they're very dark. But you see with Steve's, he's using the same colours, how much difference in colour his looks to mine, purely because mine's black, it's darker all over. It needs a little bit of lightening up, but that's all something I'm going to be doing in post-shading and stuff, techniques like that, where Steve's technically one step ahead by doing it in pre-shading and going through it like that. So that is about it from me. Sorry to say it's no reviews, just one of those things. I wanted to get stuck into this guy and push on with it, and I must say, really enjoying it, really coming together, and had a really nice day figuring it out, getting it sorted and getting it in. But now you can go off and have a look at Steve's. So tomorrow is Friday, so it'll be Friday catch up, and I'll have that review up for you, and you're going to get part 9 of my A10 with a paint job as well tomorrow. So till tomorrow everybody, happy modelling, take care.